in the 2 games that we've seen before, they did scale up. They were able to execute in those team fights, absorbing that engage. This is a very different composition. Of course, we've seen stuff like this domestically, but top esports in the early game are a force to be reckoned with, and team fights can fall apart quickly if you fall behind against something like a Kai'Sa.
Daniel, do you believe in Kanavi to get the first win on the board for a Jarvan?
I mean, yeah, I do, because it looks like he's going to get the first kill in this game! Caster blessed, Caster cursed, I'm not sure what to say, but a clean play, good setup from Cream. Kanavi, very easy for him to snag that one. Might be able to counter jungle a bit here on the top side, but of course, difference in timer between the Grubs and the Dragon these days means there's not an easy objective for him to take back in response.
Yeah. Krugs for Dragon is a very good trade for TES, and 369's full HP, so they're not even worried about any sort of topside, dive or play up there in response from KT.
Stop Cuz from getting anything else. Really wanted that cheeky steal, but it just does not work out.
Yeah, okay, and that's going to be a full rotation. So look at the cost for this play. TS, full 5 members at Grubs means that Corki down here is actually getting the minions all the way up to the tower, so turret plate for Duckdem. And some minions going down to the tower as well. Izir down here is actually getting the minions all the way up to the tower. So turret plate for Duckdem. And some minions going down to the tower as well is your little bit of payment. So 369 was able to get some experience from those previous minions that were dying, but not the rest of them. And the race for the tower
has begun. Grub advantage, but of course the mid lane is the immediate 1v1. Across the Veil used just for a bit of extra damage onto Cream. Cream forced out of lane, but top lane left isolated. Perfect doesn't even bother to approach, so it's tower for tower trade, but first tower does go to the side of KT. Cream and BDD continue to match up on the top side of the map, but this can be tricky for Cream. He does have to be careful not to overstep. Aurora, a lot more mobility, a lot more catch tools with the support of a jungler to chase down, but Kanavi is here to shadow, here to cover. Control ward gives them perfect information as to where Cuz is, and Kanavi wants to kick this one off. Cream looking for the follow-up. BDD ready to go. Weirding doesn't connect. Cream trying to find the angle to get the CC down. Trapped in. Dashed out from Cuz. But just a dash to his death. Cream with a nice kill.
I just feel like they have been so controlled and just executed so effortlessly in all of their games here. This is going to turn into the Dragon. They should be able to burn it down.
Second Drake, perfect coming in. KT, hard to play for exit kills. They just don't have enough members in the area. Of course, Cuz just now respawning, which was what made taking that Drake such an easy decision.
We continue fairly close pace, and the decider are going to be these team fights. TES stacking up the Dragons. Wait.
Jackie Love on the bottom side, BDD trying to get away, but he's already marked up. Nice initial escape across the Veil, comes out. Jackie Love getting lower. Oh, but the Nico's on the way, trying to catch all possible options. Nice footwork from BDD. One more second, does he have enough to get out? No, he does not. 369 brings down the hammer and takes him out on the top side. It's a split play. Kanavi, they know he has no flash, he's easy pickings, but Cream wants to try and turn it back. He summons the bear, but the redemption is there, and there's nothing left for TES.
Nice counterplay from KT. Both teams making plays, opposite side of the map. The TES play is going to result in bot tower, but KT are answering, pushing mid. They'll get their tower answer there, and they got their kill answer onto Kanavi.
Clone there for Hunk to spot out Cream, but we know he doesn't have access to the bear or the flash, so KT feel pretty comfortable to just take this. They lose mid in the process as well, so KT really swinging things back into their favor. Kanavi TPing mid to make sure that they get this push out first. Showing force here. Of course, BDD not in the area. Doesn't have the flash, as you highlighted before, but does have access to the teleport. KT very grouped up, though. They don't have any way to flank at the moment. Could see a TP coming in from bottom wave. Instead, it's just a full 5-man stack in the face of TES. Eyes on Kanavi and Cream. That's the big AoE damage. The flash bill for Hung as well.
Battle Herald summoned in the middle.
Ready to ride away in a blaze of glory. Hung gonna get things kicked off. Only managed to get Cuz, and he just turns right back and starts free firing. Kanavi cut out the Sundered Sky, doesn't do a damn thing. TES, though, fighting back. Cream burned down on the side by Perfect. TES holding the line. It's an absolute bloodbath around the Drake, and it looks like they might be able to grab it in the end. They've taken the Hex Deck. Drake, Duckdem running. BDD in the back lines. Jackie Love taken down. It's a double kill for Perfect. Control wards matched. They don't have perfect information here, but they generally know that it's going on. Vision coming in from the standard probably gives them all that they need to know. Hung here as well. Recall coming in from 369, but if he TPs in, is it going to be fast enough? 6K getting lower. KT backing off, going to play to punish the TP instead. Looking to delete 369, unstoppable for a brief moment, dashing out to safety now. Ulti coming in from Cream. It's a bloodbath as Otacon remains in the mix, but it's a beautiful equalizer across the lineup. Hung tries to fire back. Across the Veil comes BDD, bouncing to the other side, looking to finish up TES. Jackie Love the barrier, keeping him standing. His banner goes a little bit too far, and 369 is happy to punish.
Oh, BDD!
Dash back, Weirding keeping him safe. Kanavi ready to cover. KT, are they confident enough to stay on the objective? Yes, they are. They're unconcerned. So many of the ultis missing. They know they can finish this one up, but it's the steal you mentioned, Kobe. Kanavi the hope. Jackie Love here as well. Docdam zoning him out. 5K getting lower, but 369 now has access. The resistance is getting shredded by the Otacon, but Docdam full health. Zoning with the rockets, the Foss bombs. KT will take the Otacon.
Kanavi's too low. Docdam did a great job bursting him and pushing him out there so they can secure this Otacon.
Crucial not to let 369 get onto that backline. Peter going in with the Hex Flash, immediate follow-up. He just gets burned to death by the Equalizer. Hung with the counter engage, but again, the fall damage is not there. TES split apart and divided. They fall at the soul. The perfect secure coming in from Cuz just in time. Jackie Love running, flashing, will barely survive, but the soul will not go to TES.
Yeah, soul denied. KT, can they chase anything else down? Doesn't.
Catch out. The public execution, but for who? 369 turning back now. Cuz burned down. BDD might be in trouble. Jackie Love still sticking around, but Docdam happy to just jump in, riding the Corgi off into the night. Jackie Love wants to turn it with the barrier, but it's just not happening. Cream trying to prep the stun. It's ready to go, but he's just waddling out.
Yeah, BDD's got
room
this.
Left. Slow down. The big one. The triple for Docdam. KT coming alive in the late game. Maybe hasn't had a chance to back quite yet. As Cream throws down the bear, but it's not doing a whole hell of a lot. Cuz happy to essentially just grab a solo kill. Perfect. And Docdam there to spectate.
Nice job. Perfect soaking the cool.
Doing a whole hell of a lot. Cuz happy to essentially just grab a solo kill. Perfect. And Docdam there to spectate.
Nice job. Perfect soaking the cooldowns.
Absorb some of these fumble engage from TES. Still time though. We talked about it, right? All it takes is one big anti-stun, one mysterious minion. That was not it. That is the second one that's gone completely awry. KT happy to turn it back. Peter finding the multi-man knockup. BDD to finish that initial kill off. Now starting the chase. Excellent equalizer from Perfect. Living up to his namesake as TES are sent packing in the mid lane.
Docdam has been so good. You are not catching him sleeping. He is locked in.
Eyes locked on this Baron, however. No one waiting over the wall to try and zone Kanavi quite yet, but BDD inbound. Peter chasing it. Docdam's out for blood. Cream waiting to fire back with Annie. Cuz is the only one left in the pit. It's 369 to the back line. He's the strong member of the team trying to finish off Peter. Jackie Love finding the angle to Docdam. That's going to be big. The plasma stacks finally popping. BDD, though, chasing him down. Going to finish that one off. It's a double kill for Cuz. Hung, the last man left standing, and he's going to be quick to fall. KT again taking the fight.
Cuz is even going to kill the ward while they're finishing off the enemy support there. This should be KT denying another soul, grabbing another dragon. Team fight after team fight after team fight, they come out ahead. This time, it is 369 and Jackie Love actually assassinating the Corki, but everybody else had already taken so much damage.
That would be my...
Anyway, we'll revisit this later.
We could be wrong.
This is just, broaching the topic here of possible superstition
It's like
curses.
it's an intervention for the meta. You know, there's never really a right time. Sometimes you just got to have the hard conversation. Cuz nice backstep coming in. Hung going to be initially caught out. 369 retreating. Redemption coming down from the sky. And Cuz still happy to keep chasing forward. TES zoned away from the pit, but here comes BDD as well. Cream instant flash out. Kanavi going to be caught up by the ultimate coming in from Nautilus, and down he goes. BDD on a rampage.
369, kind of a one-man army right there. Him and Jackie Love now can move over towards Baron. Can they actually contest, though?
It's going to be tough. They have to expose themselves to the flank. Two angles of attack potentially coming in for KT. Hung waiting over the wall.
Is this it?
The flash, the proto belt. Nico ready to go, maybe to kick the fight off. Cream taken out in the blink of an eye, though. Oh my God! 369, the last man left standing. Another double kill for Docdam, and pack it up, boys. KT not messing around.
Yeah, they get their Baron and some extra kills on top of it, Dracos. Now can they chase down a couple more? Hung is going to be able to snare, is going to be able to walk away this time around. But now it's KT wearing purple with a comfortable gold lead.
Okay, Kobe, we got a theory craft. If TES are going to make the comeback, is it just a steal? How can they do this? Because KT have been so oppressive, they've been better in the fights, and now they're just so far ahead.
Yeah.
And a redemption, which Hung obviously does not have.
All right,
oh, that's the ulti. Initial burst damage coming out. Hung looking for the re-engage. BDD able to make it over the wall using the power of the ultimate. Kanavi living for an extra second, but it's not quite enough. Cuz now unstoppable, going right over the wall. It's the three-man. And we said it, Cuz needed to step up, and he absolutely has in this game one. Dominant performance on this Wukong. They're not going to wait for Soul. They don't even need it. KT, when you win all the team fights, you win the game. TES sent packing in this series.
Honestly, great performance from every KT member. Great coordination.
Fantastic stuff there. First blood in the series. You know, some of the criticism that has been levied against him domestically will show up a little bit more in this top lane matchup. But in the meantime, it really is TES who need to fire back, and Kanavi Zed is the perfect tool to kick off a comeback.
Yeah, I like Zed too because it is a jungle champion where you're like, well, but wait a second, Kanavi's staying so long. Do they want to punish this push on BDD? BDD is 50%.
Flash forward. Rude, it's only going to be the slow, but Kanavi immediately goes in. One more auto contest for the week. He does not quite get the damage. BDD still living. Cream in trouble. Hung over the wall. Hits him with the feather.
They get it. Kanavi flashes the JDG. Are they gonna? They're fine. I think they're still fine, right? Yeah. Okay. They walk out, even though look at the river, because there is a roam up from Alistar with this comp.
Yeah, definitely a lot of potent scaling as we get later in the game. Won't be an Infernal Soul, but they will get that first Infernal Drake. Meanwhile, on the top side, Perfect and 369 continue to trade blows. Level 6 is where we might start to see some action here on the top side, but as you so eloquently put it, Kobe, it's Cassante versus Renekton, so.
Yeah. Don't care too much about it, but you're right that with their ultis,
there as well to cover. Level advantage massive. Kanavi with access steal, but Doctam waiting over the wall. Kanavi, shadow forward, knock-up connecting onto Peter. Exhaust already down with the death mark now going in. Peter might just be in trouble, but the CC's flawless. Kanavi immediately forced to step back, manages to get the red, healing up just a bit, but BDD now on the way. Miasma over the wall, it means Hong is going to get taken down. Red buff for support, KT covering very well.
it is rough. And 1 for 1 in the very end.
A little bit of damage goes over, tries to get tricky with it. Peter!
And now he's actually dead.
Now Jackie Love's chasing down Doctam. Doctam only level 5, Jackie Love level 6. Surely this is another kill to follow. This game is an absolute bloodbath. Barrier there for Doctam. Tries to land one more Q, doesn't get it. Cream comes over the wall. Thank you very much, sir. Because doesn't have vision. Doesn't anticipate them to be dropping a wave. True Shot Barrage is used. They're able to grab 2 grubs. Likely to be just happy with that, but Peter wants a little bit more. Flash out from Hong. Nice look for KT. Able to grab the Summoner spell as well as the 2 grubs, but TS firing back with a grub of their own.
Yeah, no miasma cooldown available there to follow it up, so.
KT earlier on, we're able to grab the first Drake. We're going 1 for 1 this time around. Neither side going to be able to amass too much.
Oh, we are converging though. Peter's chasing.
Peter wandering his way in. Drake is going to go down. Kanavi able to take that. Peter holding onto the ulti as long as possible. Heal coming out. Perfect flashing and immediate stun. Cleanse coming out from Jackie Love. Charm is there from Hung. Jackie Love now moving backward. You're going to be able to pull in the feathers, but Peter just refuses to go down. Hung waiting off to the side. Kanavi going in with the ulti. And in the meantime, it's a turn right back. BDD not quite able to land it, but the interrupt, and they come through just in time. 369 dropping down. Cream able to make it out with the Realm Warp. And again, KT in the team fights are unmatched.
Do you see that focus? That was so clean, actually. They wait a second, we're not even quite done here. There's some pings coming out as Cream shouldn't be able to get anything done. Blue Trinket is going to see him, and BDD's out. They're going to make a counterplay.
TP happy to sack bottom side. There's not even a way for them to play for. Now it's 369 who needs to get running. Cuz can just steal away all those resistances as well. Locked up, the pillar there too. BDD just running him down. 369 nowhere left to go. The Q3 not enough.
You're slowed, you're on the miasma.
It's the counterplay the balance team promised us.
Yeah.
But we infrequently see.
3v1 him. That's
3v1, just CC him. Got it, yes.
But that one was good. I mean, I really like that call. If they're going to make the bottom side play on you, BDD just teleports out. They go make the cross map play on the other side. They get a kill. Plus, they're going to still do the side lane tower trades, and Cuz is going to get +1 on the mid lane tower with his Rift Herald. So Cream does get the bottom tower, but BDD is going to get the top side one as well. Yeah, can TS get a good angle here? They're trying to get some opportunities for Hung to sneak around and actually find the flank engage, but KT and Peter doing a good job. They go bully out, they take the vision. Dragon started up. I think honestly, just keep 369 pushing top. Don't even teleport him down.
The controversial Arcane Shift into the Zed move, probably a testament to how comfortable KT are feeling in this game, as it's Jackie Love who now might be in trouble. Headbutt Pulverize comes out, Pillar ready to follow, Redemption coming down, Jackie Love getting a little bit more space, the Feather's ready to be pulled back, double root, but he'll still die in the end. Perfect TPing to the top side. KT might be playing for a little bit more here.
Jackie caught. Are the rest of them caught? At least some of them are.
Oh,
ooh,
okay.
Nice.
Kanavi's gonna need to get tricky. Now goes back, wants to ult onto Doctam. Is gonna spin a little bit, needs to get to the blast cone in time. I don't think there's any way he's gonna be able to grab the kill. The pillar sends him sky high. Peter in the end gonna knock him down. But TES really just haven't been first to set up on these objectives, and KT with this Ezreal really have the range advantage. It's so hard for TES to approach. Kanavi caught out. Beautiful layering. Kanavi forced back. That's the Living Shadow. Redemption now coming down, holding on for an extra second. Peter getting low. The Unbreakable Will about to fade away. Jackie Love still here, but it's perfect on the flank. The cleanse being forced out from Jackie. Perfect dashing back with the dice. Jackie Love continues to auto-attack. In the meantime, the combo! It comes in. Cuz getting the kill on the Cream. Perfect zoning off single-handedly the TES bottom lane. Hung does not, has Spellbook, but doesn't have Smite. No reason to walk forward there, but wants to spot it. Will know that it's going down, and again, the advantages for KT only continue to stack further and further in their favor, and this time around the counterplay is it's 369 instead of Cream, but it's the same thing we've seen all game, these desperate tower pushes just to get something back. Aren't cheering if it's because they're really big KT fans or if they're not KT fans.
Yeah, is it quiet because okay, wait a second.
Because they don't want to believe, but I'm starting to believe because Kanavi looking good as dead. The body block's coming in, the feathers are flying. Kanavi just barely able to make it out. Peter locked up, the feathers coming through. The will looking breakable. Is the shutdown finally there? A glimmer of hope for TES.
Top play as well. Teleport up here for a 2v1 on Perfect.
Perfect, quick stun. Cream now coming around the wall. Cuz trying to cross out Jackie Love in the meantime. It's a split play across two fronts. Jackie Love caught out Realm Warp to get them a little bit closer to Perfect. Jackie Love holding on nicely. They don't really have an angle of attack there. Dominance coming out for Perfect in the meantime. One dash going through. Knocked back by 369, but he manages to make it over the wall. Hung now chasing. Flash forward. The stun to interrupt, but it's not enough to stop the knockup. It's a shutdown for Cream. TES grab another. They're just really not in a good spot here. Kanavi laying down the shadow, but immediately forced out of the pit. Good discipline from the side of KT to not give him that angle.
Yep. Chased out, and soul point for KT. They can continue to force TES to come to them.
Still heavily a physical damage composition from KT, so it makes sense that he would delay a bit. Peter, I'm gonna step forward, alting the quickness now there. Miasma to block a bit more as Kanavi's forced back solo by Peter, but BDD's just on the chase. Kanavi zoned away, excellent pillar to isolate Cream. Twin Fangs coming out, that's the ulti. Cream able to sidestep. BDD getting a little bit lower, but the Redemption keeping him topped up, and now he's just running Cream down. KT, effortless collapse on the top side. Kanavi trying to get tricky. Good sidestep to get away from the Mystic shot. Will be able to escape.
KT are honestly just dominating them, running them down here, and they can push in on this secondary tower. There is split push going on, so they will get one tower in payment this time around.
But now the setup on the top side, we're 38 seconds from that Baron spawning. There is a Cassio on this KT lineup. They will delete this objective if they're given even 30 seconds. They're not, right now with the death timers on Cream, they've already got 15. BDD
Probably
is about
like
to throw on
Rylai's
him
or something next,
Yep.
but they're just going to burn this thing down.
Kanavi, 10K on the objective. Have to keep eyes on Kanavi. He's the one that can make the steal happen. Immediate start to the fight is looking good as Cream is caught out. Redemption to get him topped up, but most of TES is going to be splitting off. Peter going to use the McHale's on himself to survive a little bit longer. In goes 369, trying to find the isolated target, but for now, BDD is untouched. The feathers fly as Jackie Love goes up and comes right back down. Triple kill for Dockdown, and the isolated 1v1. 369 only find a brief moments for an honorable duel as KT cut him to pieces.
Quadra kill for Dockdown this time around, and KT are staring straight at a 3-0 through Swiss.
Doing so much work with the Miasma, with the Petrifying Gaze as KT set their sights on the bottom side of the map. This Red Bull Baron power play likely to break open the base of TES, but TES commit to the 1-3-1. In this case, it'll be a 4-1 as Cream still solo pushing that top side, wants the additional gold, wants that bounty. However, it's just so hard for them to defend the range of the Ezreal, the all-in threat. Cream returning means they might have an angle of attack. Heal comes out from Peter. Headbutt pull only onto 369. In the meantime, Perfect getting things off. Perfect getting lower, or Peter, excuse me, getting lower as Dockdem continues to rain Mystic shots from the sidelines, and KT content to just take 2 inhibs with the Realm Warp.
Yeah, that would be a dangerous one.
Not going to be something they take, so KT happy for that. So they know when this is being started. Sweeper's now going to get used. TES, see they have a potential angle of attack, but walking through the choke against BDD is terrifying. The Miasma to stop the follow-up. 4K getting lower. Kanavi needs to move in, but the stun, Perfect ready with it to try to take it away. 3K, eyes on the objective, eyes on the soul. KT holding on to the fight in the meantime. Ducked in and BDD for now untouched. The Dragon ignored. It's no longer important. Cuz keeping things going. Cuz versus 369 in the pit. It does not matter. Jackie Love flashing back. Feathers ready to pull back, but the damage is not there. BDD is just stronger. The soul is theirs. The series is theirs. KT dominance in this 2-0 matchup.
Welcome to the group stage. KT gonna get through, unless Cream and Kanavi literally can have a miracle happen right now.
KT pushing in, BDD flash forward, perfect dashing through to give okay, that wasn't it. But at the end of the day,
no miracle.
It still works out. KT, I don't know if you believed or didn't believe, but either way, KT fans, it worked. KT moving on to knockouts, moving on to the bracket stage.